I will explain how to use the Kyubey. I will explain how to download Kyubey. Search for 9VAE and Lab. Open the 9VAE Lab website. Click Download. Open Download page. Kyubey works in various environments. Let's select and click Kyubey of the environment you want. For the PC version of Kyubey, click the download button on the upper right to download. The smartphone version of Kyubey is installed from the App Store. This section explains how to start the Windows version. Right-click on the downloaded file, extract the folder with Extract All. Open the extracted folder. Double-click on the Kyubey. Click on More Info. Click Run Anyway. Kyubey will open. I will explain how to start the Mac version. First, double-click the downloaded file. Double-click the extracted drive. Touch the Kyubey icon in the folder with 2 fingers. Touch Open from the menu. It cannot be opened the first time. Once again, touch the Kyubey icon with 2 fingers. Touch Open from the menu. The second time you can open Kyubey. Next, using the sample, I will explain how to use the Kyubey. If you touch the bottom of the palette will disappear. If the screen is black, in the View menu, Dark Mode, it will turn white. Touch Where-Emon from the Help menu to read the sample. Touch the mouth, select it, touch the Select Point button, and the mouth point will appear. Drag the dots to move them and change the shape of the mouth. Let's change the hair and eyes. You can enlarge it by selecting it and dragging the corner of the selection frame. Touch C on the bottom right to show the palette. Touch the play button to see it in action. I made Where-Emon surprising animation without drawing many pictures. Summarize the basics of Kyubey. 1. You can freely change the shape by moving the points. 2. If you change the shape on page 1 and page 2, you can create an animation that changes shape with the play button. The principle is very simple. Next, I will explain how to load and move an SVG illustration. Search Shishi Lion, Dance, open Clip Art and open SVG illustration. Long press the SVG button to download the link. In the PC version, you can download it by clicking with the right button and selecting Save Target As. From the File menu, open the downloaded shishi.svg file. In the case of the iPhone and iPad version, you can read the downloaded file by moving it to the Kyubey folder with the File app. Click the plus on the right side of the page and click Add Next Page from the menu. Second page available. Touch the lion to select it and touch the button to select point. Lion's dots appear. I will show you how to open the lion's mouth. First, select the spiral pattern or kimono points under the mouth from the outside. Touch the Select Point button again. Only spiral or kimono dots are displayed, including the selected dot. If the palette has disappeared, touch C at the bottom right to show the palette. Touch the plus button in the registration area of the palette. The selected shape is now registered. Touch there and touch Hide from the menu. This will make the registered figure invisible. Touch the face to select it, then touch Select Point button. The face and the spiral pattern dots will appear. Select the teeth and lower jaw points and touch the Select Point button. Only teeth and lower jaw points are shown. Touch the plus on the left of the magnifying glass. Zoom in on the selected point. Select all points on the teeth and lower jaw to open the mouth. Drag the center plus or the frame line and move it downward to open the mouth. Touch the button on the left side of the page scroll bar to move to the first page. Touch the gap at the top left of the page, and select Turn from the menu. Watch the animation with the play button. If you put a turn on page 1, it will go back and forth between page 1 and page 2. Stop with the stop button or touch the screen. Let's summarize the operations. 1. You can freely change the shape by moving the points. 2. If you select some points and select point button, only the figures that include those points will be selected. 3. You can register shapes in the palette on the right and hide them. 4. If you enter a turn to the previous page, animation will go back and forth. Next, I will explain how to add a movement that the lion's head moving from side to side while lip syncing. Touch page 2 to move to page 2. Touch the head to select it, and touch the select point button. The heads and spiral dots are displayed. And close only the head points with a line and select them. On the PC version, if you hold down the Control key and drag, you can select by enclosing it with a blue line. Touch the select point button again. The spiral dots are now removed from the selection. Touch the plus in the center of the selection frame, and touch Select Connected Objects from the menu. This will select the head of page 1 and page 2 together. If the palette has disappeared, touch C at the bottom right to show the palette. Touch the Cut button in the memory tool. The face on page 2 disappears and enters the memory tool. Touch the 9 button under the memory tool. Now you can create a moving part called Anime Cast. You can name it freely. Touch the Copy to Previous Page button on the left. The anime cast will now be copied onto the first page. Anime cast can be moved along the red arrow path. Touch the plus in the center and touch Create Path. Touch No, then a red arrow path will appear on the same page. Touching on the red arrow path will add a point and change the shape of the arrow path. Let's add some points. The head moves along this arrow path. Tilt the head. Touch page 2 to go to page 2. If the screen is small, touch the bottom of the palette to remove the palette. Touch the corner handle of the selection frame and touch Rotate from the menu. Drag the screen to rotate the face slightly. Let's put a turn in the anime cast to make the mouth open. Touch the center plus and touch Edit Anime Cast. The anime cast will open. Turn should be put on the first page. Use the button on the left side of the scroll bar to move to the first page. Touch the upper left gap on page 1 and enter Turn from the menu. This will keep your mouth open and closed. Increase the speed at which you open your mouth. Touch the time on page 1 and touch 0.1 seconds shorter several times to make it 0.5 seconds. Touch the file name in bold at the top of the screen, then touch Return on the menu. You will return to the original animation from the anime cast. Watch the animation with the play button. We have created an animation that moves the head while opening and closing the mouth. If you use Kyu-bey, you can easily create such a complicated animation. Summarize about Anime Cast. 1. You can select multiple pages by selecting Select Connected Objects. 2. You can create an anime cast from the shapes in the memory tool. 3. Anime cast can be moved while rotating along the arrow path. 4. You can modify the contents of the anime cast from the central menu. 5. You can return to the original animation by touching the bold letters at the top of the screen. It's free, so give it a try. This video was made with Kyu-bey. The voice is Alex Compact, a Mac text-to-speech synthesizer. Thank you for your viewing.